Hi guys, Sarah Halina here, and today I'm going to be doing an unpopular opinions video, Marvel Edition. So, stay tuned. Okay, basically this is going to be for the Marvel Cinematic Universe type thing. Yeah, so that's the side note. So I'm not diving into like comics or anything like that. It's just going to be the cinematic universe and maybe some hints of the television universe. I don't know. We'll see. Unpopular opinion number 1. Captain Marvel is actually a really good movie. I I was skeptical about it because I had heard people saying that it wasn't that good. So I was skeptical about watching it. But I tuned into Captain Marvel on Disney Plus, and I have to say I really enjoyed it. So, yeah, that's unpopular opinion number 1. Captain Marvel's actually a pretty good movie. Unpopular opinion number 2. Scarlet Witch is the strongest Avenger. I hear people saying that Captain Marvel is the strongest, but I don't know. I think Wanda is pretty strong. I think she may actually be stronger than Captain Marvel. I mean, she held her own with Thanos like twice. She held her own with Thanos in Infinity War, and she held her own with Thanos in Avengers Endgame. So I mean, I gotta say, I think Scarlet Witch, Wanda Maximoff, is the strongest Avenger. Number 3. And I am preparing for the hate that I'm going to get with number 3. I do not like Tony Stark or Iron Man. I don't like him. I think he's an extremely arrogant character. And I don't know, I've never really been fond of his character or anything like that. The only Iron Man movie that I really seem to enjoy is Iron Man 2, and that is because it introduces my favorite Avenger, which is Black Widow. So, yeah, I mean, I don't like Iron Man. I am gonna get so much hate for that, but I'm gonna say it because I think it truly is an unpopular opinion. Number 4, Age of Ultron does not deserve all the hate it gets. Okay, so Age of Ultron, not the best Avengers movie. Probably, honestly, maybe the worst Avengers movie, but I don't think it being the worst Avengers movie means that it's bad. I mean, yeah, there's flaws in it. There's flaws in all these movies, but yeah, I think Age of Ultron gets so much hate, and I don't think it really deserves all the hate it gets. I think, some of it's warranted, but I mean, people saying it's like the worst movie out there, it's like, I wouldn't agree with that. So, yeah, Age of Ultron doesn't deserve the hate it gets. Number 5. Speaking of my least favorite movies, Black Panther is my least favorite MCU movie. Okay. So I want to stipulate by saying I don't dislike Black Panther. For me, it's just one of those movies that I'm not going to go back and rewatch. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I was very late in terms of watching it. So I heard like all this praise that, oh, it's the greatest MCU movie. It's a must watch for any MCU fan. And I think in my head I built it up to this great MCU movie, and I was very underwhelmed. That's not, like I said, it's not to say that it's a bad movie. It's just my least favorite. Yeah. Number 6. Bucky should have been the next Cap. Now, I get people defending the fact that Sam Wilson is the next Captain America. I don't hate the idea of it, but I don't know. I feel like Bucky really should have gotten the Captain America title. He and Steve, they were best friends, and yeah, I get the fact that he essentially killed a whole lot of people. But he was under the influence of Hydra, and I guess maybe it was fear that he would slip back under that. But I don't know. I think Bucky having his sort of redemption arc and everything like that, I think the Captain America shield and title should have been given to Bucky. But yeah. Um Number 7, Sharon Carter could have been a good character. Um I think they really hurt Sharon Carter in the MCU by putting her in sort of a insta romance with Steve. I think it weirds fans out, and I think honestly on some levels rightfully so. Considering the fact that she is Peggy's great niece, but yeah, I think if they had introduced Sharon earlier on and developed her more as a character before throwing her into a romance with Steve, it would have been a little bit better. I think Sharon had potential to be a very good character. But I think they kind of, screwed her over by putting her with Steve right away without us even really getting the chance to know her as a character. Um, Unpopular opinion number 8. Yeah, we're at 8. Natasha's endgame sacrifice was bigger than Tony's. Now, I already said before that I really don't like Iron Man. Natasha's my favorite Avenger, but this goes deeper than that. Even if I really loved Tony Stark and I really loved Natasha, or even if I really loved Tony Stark and didn't like Natasha, I think Natasha's endgame sacrifice was bigger than Tony's, and they just sort of all gloss over it in the movie, and I get it. Like, she died in, like, pre-giant battle, and they didn't really have time to sit back and take it all in, but Tony died knowing that if he snapped, it was what was gonna succeed in everything. He knew that if he snapped, Thanos was gonna be gone, and everybody was gonna be fine. Because Doctor Strange told him so. Doctor Strange showed him that's the one future that this works out the best in, and so he knew that his sacrifice was going to succeed in a way that Natasha didn't. Natasha sacrificed herself for the Soul Stone before even realizing that everybody was going to get the stones that they needed. She sacrificed herself knowing this has to be done, and I'm doing it to bring back everybody that was snapped. Not just the Avengers that were snapped, but everybody in the world. And she didn't know whether they were going to succeed. She didn't know whether all these other Avengers that were scattered off doing their thing were actually going to succeed in getting the stones. Like, she could have died for absolutely nothing. Like, obviously she wasn't going to, because it's a Marvel movie and the heroes have to come out victorious at some point. But, realistically, she's like, well, we need the Soul Stone, so I'm gonna sacrifice myself. I don't know, I think it was much bigger, and I really hate that they glossed over it entirely. Like, I don't know. But, number 9. Agent Carter is the best show. Now, I'm going to stipulate by saying that I haven't seen the Netflix shows. I really love Agent Carter. I think Agent Carter was sort of like the underdog in all of this. It was canceled prematurely. It really should have gone on longer. It was very interesting in the fact that I mean, it it takes place in the 40s. Like, it really has no ties to any of these MCU propers except for Captain America First Avenger. And it really shouldn't have been able to succeed, but it did, and I really wish we got a season 3. Um, but yeah, Agent Carter, best show. Maybe best show is an overstatement, but it is my favorite show. So I'm saying it's the best. Um, Number 10. I'm gonna have to explain this one. I know it because Black Widow should get a series on Disney Plus. Now, I'm thrilled that Black Widow is getting her movie. I fear that it may end up being a Disney Plus exclusive, but I really hope it's not. I really hope that it is put in theaters. But Natasha as a character has so much unknown history. Like, it's like insane how much unknown history she has. And I think a series would be perfect to explore Natasha's story further than one single movie will, because she's not going to get a trilogy. I've come to terms with that. If they happen to throw out a trilogy, I will be watching Black Widow 1, 2, and 3. But it's probably not going to happen because Natasha's dead and Black Widow movie itself is oddly timed. But yeah, a series definitely would benefit a lot better. Number 11. Yep, we're going more than 10 with this one. Number 11, Thor's trilogy is honestly the hardest trilogy to watch. Now, I know that I said that I don't like Iron Man's movies, but at least they're consistent. Thor's is like the hardest to watch because it's so all over the place with tone. Like, you have the first Thor, which is, pretty on par with Marvel tone. Then you have Thor the Dark World that goes a little bit darker, and then you have Thor Ragnarok that just like kicks up like the hilarity to like 1,000. And it's like, oh no, I I can't sit there and watch Thor's trilogy, back to back. I think it's one of those that it's like, watch it one day, watch another one the next day, and then, because it is all over the place. Number 12. I am most looking forward to WandaVision on Disney Plus. I know people have, their, most anticipated series coming to Disney Plus in terms of the Marvel Universe, because there is quite a few of them. But I am most looking forward to WandaVision because that looks crazy, and I know that it's just going to be a fun, good time, and I cannot wait for it. So, yeah. Number 13, other than Nebula, Rocket, and Groot, I really don't care about any of the other Guardians of the Galaxy. I know, unpopular opinion. But Nebula, I love her because she has sort of that complete story. She starts off sort of this villain, and then she redeems herself into a hero. Rocket, he's just hysterical, and Groot is just, Groot's adorable. But like the others, I'm like, I don't care. Yeah, so that's that. Number 14. I'm going to get a lot of hate for this one. I know it. Loki does not need his own series. Now, Loki is honestly probably one of my favorite MCU characters. I don't think he needs his own series, though. I think his story has kind of been told. I'm intrigued enough that I will watch it, but I don't think it's necessary. I think there's many other characters that you can tell the story within a series for Disney Plus. It doesn't need to be Loki. Um, and number 15, I debate this every single time with my brother, but it's pretty much the only one that I've really been extremely consistent on. I liked Endgame more than I liked Infinity War. My brother, along with what seems like most of the world, liked Infinity War more than Endgame. But for me, Infinity War was a great, like, action movie. That's what it was. But while all those characters were disappearing with the snap and everything like that, it was emotional in the moment, but once you came out of the moment, it's like, well, they just killed off basically all the newer characters. So somehow we're going to find a way to reverse all of this. So what's the point? Whereas Endgame, killing off Tony, killing off Natasha, it's like, this just got real. Like, there's like no way that they're gonna, figure out how to bring these characters back to life. Like, I mean, who knows? Maybe somewhere down the line they will, but it felt very final to me, and the emotional beats hit a lot more. And I mean, I like reliving the greatest hits type thing. But yeah, I really liked Endgame more than I liked Infinity War. So those are my unpopular Marvel opinions. What are yours? Leave them in the comments down below. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click the notification bell so you'd be notified when I upload my latest videos. Follow me on all the socials. The link is in the description down below. And I will see you all in another video. Bye, guys.